Hey guys, Pete's Tools, awesome to see you back here again. Today I want to talk about angle grinders, so little ones and medium sized ones. But specifically really, I'd like to talk about this big mama here, the old Dewalt. This thing here that I've had for ages. I'd like to give you the rundown on this, and I had a comparison with this with a crappy one that I brought. And I can tell you a little bit about that if you're interested. Anyway guys, remember if you like my channel, subscribe, drop me a note, drop me a like, and let's get into this video, eh? So guys, you know when you're welding and you're plasma cutting and you're doing all that sort of stuff, you need an angle grinder in your shop. Well, even if you're not doing that, most guys have an angle grinder of some description. They're just really handy, and you know, to get into places that you need to grind out and all the rest of it. Especially like I say, if you're welding or something, the angle grinder is a must. But depending on what sort of work you're doing, it's like what sort of angle grinder you need. I was doing a lot of work with steel plate that I was welding together, so I was doing long runs of grinding after I was MIGging the plate together. And yeah, so I needed like a 9-inch grinder, and this is going back 3 or 4 years. And I bought one of those cheap ones, those brand nameless ones, if you know what I mean. And I thought, oh yeah, that's not a problem. You know, it was cheap. It was about $70–80 for a 9-inch grinder. So I thought, oh, it's got a warranty anyway, so I'll just use the thing till it craps out and I'll take it back. So I went back to the work site, and I used it for like about 20 minutes and blew the first one up, and it just didn't have the staying power. So that I just took it back to the shop and I just swapped it and I got a new one. I thought, oh yeah, I can do this all day. So the second one I did exactly the same thing too. It was it lasted about 40 minutes, that one, and I thought, oh yeah, I'm getting over this, you know. So I took it back, got another one. The third time it did it, I thought, oh, this is just rubbish. So I went looking for something decent, and I'm not a brand name person by any stretch of the imagination. But this old grinder here, I've had for, I've probably had it for 6 or 7 years. You know how it is when you get old like me, your memory goes. But this thing has been put to death, basically. This thing does not stop, but it's quite heavy, and they're a lot more expensive than those no brand name ones, if you know what I mean. But all things considered, I think this cost me about $300, I think, at the time. But I haven't had to take it back once, and it just keeps going and going and going. But like I say, it's really heavy. It's about 12.5 bloody pound, this Dewalt thing. And I notice now this one here, like these. If you notice this, guys, it has your double thing. You have to hold the button in there and hold the thing down on the top to get it to go, because it's a safety thing, because this thing will actually throw you. It lots of grunt, but very heavy. It's alright if you're going down, but it gets you in your shoulders and that after a while. But yeah, and it'll throw you. This is 2,200 watt, which is about 3 horsepower, I believe. But I see now that they're selling them the same size as 9-inch grinders, the Dewalt ones like this. They're selling them in 4.7 horsepower or 4 horsepower or something. Really good machines. I would recommend buying one of these over one of those cheap brand name listing any day of the week. And in some circumstances you get what you pay for, I think. And yeah, I put mine through a lot of hard yakka, and it hasn't stopped yet. But yeah, like I say, it's just bloody heavy, and it'll kick you and throw you, and it's quite they're quite, well, I wouldn't say dangerous, but you know, if you're doing heavy work, of course, this is what you need. See, I've dropped it a couple of times and actually cut the cord off. I don't know if you can see that there. And I've smashed the plug off the other end of it. But we put the thing down in a hurry, and then the thing will just cut the cord in half. Yeah, like I say, they're pretty violent. But ideal, because you can't use a little grinder like this. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a little Bosch grinder I use all the time as well. But the use for this is totally different than the use for this. So basically what I'm trying to say is, buy the grinder, the angle grinder that you need for the specific job that you're doing. Otherwise it's just going to be awfully frustrating. I mean, I could go up a 3 metre length of steel weld that I welded together in this and probably grind it off in probably 9 or 10 minutes. Now if I tried to do the same thing with this, you'll just blow the thing up for a start, and it will take you an hour and a half, 2 hours to do it, and you'll just get that frustrated that you end up going, oh, you know what I mean? But yeah, what I learnt, like I won't name any brand names, but at a big grinder like this, you're better off to stick with a brand name, because yeah, any day of the week, that's what I reckon anyway. And I get a lot of use out of the grinder because I'm always grinding and shit in the workshop. You need a grinder, you know that, guys. You need a grinder, you just can't do without them. And some of these ones here, I might do a video on a Bosch one or a Black & Decker one. I mean, these are fine. This is not too bad. It's it's an average grinder, but this is not the cheapest either. You can get them you can get them here for about $29 or something. And if you pay $29 for an angle grinder, you get an angle grinder that's worth $29, if you know what I mean. Totally useless. They're light. These weigh twice as much, but they're probably 70 or 80 bucks too. But they weigh twice as much. But they're a lot better than the really cheap stuff, because the really cheap stuff is just really cheap. It's just crap. If you notice that it'll have on the power consumption and how many watt it is, and some of them are 400 watt, 300 watt. The only thing they're good for is to file your nails down with or something like that. I mean, you can't put any weight or anything on these things. Yeah, but if you want a big 9-inch grinder, this is the beast. This is the big boy. I love it. We can't get that model anymore, but like I said, they got newer models, and this is 3 horsepower. So you imagine one this size, it's 4.7 horsepower. You have to watch yourself with it, guys, but they're really awesome. I think they're about 200 bucks too. So, you know, get the grinder that you need for your job, and yeah, save yourself a lot of aggravation, a lot of wasted time as well. So anyway, guys, that was about it for the day. Remember, if you like my video, subscribe up the top, drop me a like, drop me a comment, and that's all good. And I'll whack some links down below if you want to buy some of these grinders. There's about 3 sizes, I think, in these. There's the 9, I think there's a 7, and a 4.5, you know, and I think they're all under 200 bucks. So, you know, get something that's going to last you a while rather than going back to the shop all the time. Just frustrating. Anyway, guys, catch you next time.